20.2 enhancements and features for WebTime. Jumping right in, the first thing to discuss is under the settings. We can see that here is where we would specify the attachment path as well as the timesheet image path. The attachment directory path is the path for the attachments that a temp would assign to an individual timesheet line. The approved timesheet image directory is the PDF that's created at the time of approval. In addition to these fields being set within WebTime, there's also the ability to test writing a file to these locations just to make sure that they're valid. As you can see, if I invalidate the path, it straight up tells me that the path cannot be found. Let's make sure I got that correct. Good. In addition, there is this data validation checkbox. When this is enabled, whenever the setup driver is run, it will check the data for any changes that may have occurred from OneStaff back office. For example, the pay cycle ID, in order to get these records to show up in this report, I modified the period start date of period 8 for the weekly pay cycle ID. Was the 16th, I changed it to the 17th, so as you can see, that affected both period 7 and period 8. As these are addressed, you can simply mark the box and get them out of the way. In addition, there is the review email validation errors. This will generate a report of invalid or missing emails for users within WebTime already. The data validation will generate some messages regarding email addresses, but that is from back office to WebTime, whereas the email validation errors is for data that's already in WebTime. So moving on, there is also an error report that is generated during the time of export. So when our timesheets are exported, if there are any errors during the export process, they will show up in this window. So a blank report is a good thing in this case. In addition to that, there are a number of enhancements to the export process, some optimization and modifications to the SQL queries that are run during that process. As well, users will not be brought into WebTime if they do not have a valid email address. Missing or invalid email addresses for WebTime users causes numerous problems. And to reduce the number of issues that are caused by invalid email addresses, it was decided to require users to have a valid email address before they even get into WebTime. So that is also a feature. That being said, these are the enhancements for the 20.2 of WebTime. Thank you.